Today we are recording chapter 9. Nice, delicious, juicy chapter for you to suck on today. So, this is Laszlo, and Laszlo was such a firm believer in hard work. He did not believe that geniuses were born, he believed that geniuses were made. So, in order to prove this, he got himself a wife, Clara. He actually sent letters to her thinking, this is what I think and stuff, right? And I need to have children with you so we can prove this. So he decided he was going to raise these three girls to be chess players, and that's all their life was going to be. Their life was just going to be chess. This is like, do you see how massive scale this experiment is? So we have Susan. Oh wait, they have their names here. We have Sophia, we have Susan, and we have Judith. Beautiful group of girls right here. Susan began at 4 years old playing chess. That is crazy. Started beating adults after 6 months of playing. Now we got Sophia. Sophia's even better. Look at look at her. She would dominate you in chess. Like, I hate to tell you this, but she would like destroy you in chess. Like, I'm sorry. Like, she would just destroy you in chess, bro. She became a world champion by age 14. By age 14. Even better than Susan back here. Sophia's even better. Because she had Susan that is kind of competitive. She wanted to beat, and she was younger than her. So that gave her even more pressure, social pressure to become better at chess. So I guess social pressure is a thing we can use to solidify our habits. She was a grandmaster, female grandmaster, by age 15. But yeah, that's nothing, because if we go to the next slide, we have Judith. Judith is even better than both of her sisters combined. Not combined, I don't know about that. But both of her sisters, because think about it. She had two sisters that were already. Do you realize how much pressure that is to become good at chess? If both your sisters and you were meant to play chess. So, in return from that, she began beating her father at age 5. I'm talking too loud. I need to calm down a little bit. But she began beating her father at age 5. Beating her father at chess. 12 years old, youngest among top 100 players in the world. At 12 years old, top 100 players in the world. Think about that. And at 15 years old, youngest grandmaster of all time. And I think she held her title for like 27 years as like the best female chess player also. So that is crazy. And this just goes into show the goes the this just goes to show the seductive pull of social norms. So the social norm for this family was chess, and they became masters of chess, best in the world, just because they were in a family that was all about chess. So primarily, our brains are into fitting in with the pack, fitting in with the tribe, because the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. We know this, and that's why our one of our greatest, deepest desires is to just belong, is just belong to a tribe. And who's this guy? What did they say? Who's this guy? Darwin. This guy is Darwin. He said, in the long history of humankind, those who learn to collaborate and improvise the most effectively have prevailed. We don't choose our earliest habits, we imitate them, whether it be by family members, whether it be by close friends. Like, the closest people around us, our close circle, influences us the most. It influences our decisions on whether we get married or not, what age we get married, whether or not to have children, what age we should have children, what holidays we celebrate. what we do with our money and how much money to spend on certain things, like certain catchphrase that like maybe we have an inside joke in like our family or in our friend group or whatever, we want to use it too. And if our family celebrates and rewards the being good at chess, then we'll become good at chess most likely. If our friends all around us are wearing expensive suits, expensive clothing, we will most likely to do that. We would be most likely to do that as well to fit in. There are three main sources that we copy our habits from, and that is the close people in our inner circle, the many, which is the crowd, and the powerful, the people that we look up to. And the close, this is actually interesting. They did an experiment. Your chances of becoming obese will increase by 57% if the person had a friend who became obese, and vice versa. Also, about a third of the people, I think, that had a friend that lost weight, they tended to lose the weight too. And also, like, think about it, you pick up the subtle habits of your friends and family. Like, if your parents tend to have a habit of like locking the door before bedtime, you'll pick up that habit too. Or like certain things they say, certain phrases they use. So we are very, very influenced by the close. Also, the many. This is Mike Massino. He looks like Ted from Breaking Bad. But Mike Massino, right? He was in a small robotics class with about 10 other people, and four of those people became astronauts with him. So that was the perfect environment for him to like become an astronaut, to become who he wants to be. Also, the powerful, we tend to imitate people, the behaviors of people who we deem successful. So we tend to imitate the behaviors of like the cooking habits of like our favorite cook or whatever, the storytelling habits of like our favorite writer, and all these things. So there are two steps. If you get anything out of this video, anything out of this chapter, it's two things. Number one, join a culture where your desired habit, where your desired behavior is the norm. Number two, you already have something in common with this group. So pick a group that you already have something in common with, and they also are part of a culture where desired behavior is the norm. This is Steve Cam from New York. He started a business called Nerd Fitness, where people who were nerds, basically, who wanted to get in shape, would go to a gym, and they had stuff that they could bond over, like Star Wars or like nerd stuff, video games, like comics, stuff like this, right? And actually became pretty successful. So, and imitating the many. This is Solomon Ash. He ran an experiment where they had two cards, and it was simple. The exercise was simple. The person was just supposed to say, okay, which line matched up with the same length on the right side as the left side, right? So obviously you'd answer C, right? But the group was instructed all to answer incorrectly together, except for the person that they were doing the experiment on. So let's just say everybody was told to choose A. Oh no, it's not. The answer is not C, guys. It's obviously A. Everybody answered A. What was interesting is the more actors that were in the group that were like instructed to answer incorrectly, the more likely they would like confirm. The more likely they were to conform to the group answer, basically. So they would choose A too, even though at first when they heard them answer wrong, their eyes were like, what? Like, no way. Like, everybody's answering this. But if it was just like one or two people in the experiment, they'd be like, no way, it's C. But the more people that answered incorrectly, the more likely that you were going to answer incorrectly with them. And 75% agreed with the incorrect answer by the end of the experiment, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. So You imitate the people around you. Surround yourself with the people that have the behaviors of what you want to surround yourself, your life around and stuff. And thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next chapter.